Yeah.
I haven't been
Okay.
writing mine down, but that's why I think Suzanne came into my life, because she really wants to do this work, and I guess she was looking for somebody to also team with her. She's building teams for a whole new reality. I don't know what she's doing, but I know that we got together, so it's pretty curious to me what's going on.
Got a lot of people in my life that have talent, and they're ready to go to another stage. Angela's ready to go to another stage. Stan's ready to go to another stage. Tara's ready to go to another stage. My husband's ready to go to another stage. My daughter, my son, everybody around me is ready to go to the next stage. And it's so funny because I remember, like, in November of last year, one morning I woke up and I said, gosh, I will certainly be glad when this stage of the transition has passed. And I thought, that's a pretty strange thought to have first thing in the morning. But that was my first thought. I was, like, so exasperated. I was like, oh, I can just hardly wait for this part of the transition to be over with. But every single person I am connected with at the moment is working towards a transition to make something happen. And I do have the ability to sort of, I mean, Angela, you know, she was in this job, and I said, Angela, just apply to another job, and let's see if you can get another job. And she said, oh, there's nothing out there. Nobody's going to be hiring. And I go, just go ahead and do it. And she didn't even really give it her full effort. She just said, just send that out.
Not at all.
Tell the story.
Yeah, it was a bad effort. It truly was. It was just one of those random online. Yeah, well, it was just one of those random online applications. I didn't give it my full attention. I filled it out. They came back to me with more questions. I gave it a tad bit of attention, and I filled it out. And I was called in for an interview, and I almost didn't go because I looked at what looked like their website, and it looked like a huge corporation, and I don't fit in those. I went on a whim, and I spent, 3 hours in front of the husband and wife and the dog, and I walked out with a job that I've been at ever since.
Wow.
But the best is that she was working a job where she had to take and work another job, and so she's working 2 jobs, and she's helping her divorced brother with his kids. And, I mean, she just had all these people she was taking care of, and she's working these jobs. And I'm like, you got to get one job that's going to pay you for what you're worth, Angela. And she was just like, not going to happen. I was like, just try. And that was my whole mantra behind her. And the job that she went to work for this company. And the first thing that happened is that she's working in one city and she's traveling to another place. And the great gas hike went on, and gas was like $5 a gallon. And they said, well, she never asked them. They just came to her and they said, we think you should have this money so you don't have to worry about money for gas. And then they gave her an apartment in close to in the office building.
In the office.
And then they gave her 8 weeks of vacation time. And then she said, I need this. And they said, well, just go ahead and take care of it. Just buy it. Absolutely. And she goes, I don't like how they clean. Get somebody else to clean. And so they treat her like the queen that she is. They love her.
Wow.
And it's the best job she's ever had. And she makes enough money to go to the grocery store and buy anything she wants and get organic groceries if she wants. And she gets all organic. Mm-hmm. And she's just living this life that was supposed to be hers. Right?
No, it is. Well, I mean, that's it. I mean, this move will be, I was asked if this was a good thing. I mean, this is their choice, but I was asked if I would go, and if I wasn't going, I don't know that it would happen. And I was brought in to look at the piece of property, and is this something I want? And in that, I mean, when I say that, once again, I will have built for me at the office an apartment.
My dog heard something outside. Well, we got 2 more people hanging on.
Okay, cool.
Angela,
okay, thank you.
Come back again. Okay, thank
All right,
you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
you can hang around. We may get back to you, but
okay.
412, you're live. 412, you want to share something or why you're...
Hey, you guys there?
Yeah.
How you doing tonight?
Who's this? Good. Who's this? Your first name?
Yeah. Who are you and where are you calling from?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Go? I can hear you perfectly. I don't know what happened to our caller.
412, can you hear me? Well, hold on a minute. I'm turning everything off on my computer. Oh, 714. Oh, that was your friend.
Uh-huh.
Well, hold on. Why can't we hear 412? 412, when she hung up, it was a man too. You can hear me? Well, let me 412. We can't hear you right now, but maybe you'll click on in a minute. You're on live. 949. You're live and on the air. Can you get on?
Hi. Who is this? Hey, I wonder who it is.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
That's two. There.
Hi.
Okay, go.
Who's this?
Hello.
Hi, I can just barely hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, Stephanie?
No. maybe it's Sharon.
Oh, Sharon, how are you? You called.
I'm
What
good.
a treat.
I'm good.
Oh, good.
But
Now I can hear you.
Maybe I'm supposed to be Stephanie.
No. I simply could not hear you, and I was guessing, truly guessing. How nice of you to call.
I was listening to your show, and she said 949, and I just decided to answer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I loved your last caller.
Oh, you know what?
That was so amazing.
Angela. Angela actually has, when I sat down and I did Brew Joy's dyad exercises, I could actually see that she had the 2 points in the center of her palm to send white light through, and she was like, she couldn't see it, and she always doubts it. And I'm like, Angela, you're supposed to be this hands-on healer. It's okay to do it, but I don't know. You know what can you do? I try and encourage people, and I've spent a lot of time, talking to her, and people say that I get excited and I get them energized and stuff like that, but I love it. I just love everything about it. But you're definitely a person who has a better understanding of how psychics work, and you've been able to use psychics as a support system for your life. So, share a story, any story you like, Sharon, anything you want. We'd love to hear it.
Anything I want.
Anything you want. Anything you'd like to share.
I don't know. I think I shared out. I'm oversharing. Let's see. I don't know. I did have this weird dream. It's kind of weird.
Oh, good. Okay, let's do it.
It wasn't have a nightmare or anything, but it was just strange. I have a lot of strange dreams. Let's see. I don't know how to start this. You know how I'm always all over the place.
Just start. It's okay.
Just start.
Just start.
In the dream, I was with some people that I had worked with in my job.
Okay. So the first theme of the theme of the dream is going to be about the inner work that you've done on yourself and how it has given you a better understanding of the true purpose of your life. That is the theme of your dream. The dream is going to go through different pieces and explain that to your subconscious state in order to assist you with a prayer you have going on at the moment.
Okay.
So continue on.
Okay. I was discussing with someone the following story. One of the men that I had worked with had a baby boy that he couldn't keep.
Okay.
And so his cousin that I also knew well went to an out-of-state bank and she brought back money to buy the baby. And she married him
with the money, but he didn't want to marry her.
Okay.
The baby is now a toddler. I don't know where that comes in, but she was so happy, and the baby was happy. We thought that she shouldn't have done it, the people I was discussing this with, and that she made a mistake.
Okay.
And we were in a room, like a meeting room, but it had a table that some people were sitting at. It was a bright room with white walls, and there were lots of children in the room. They were toddlers. And there was like a floating banana-shaped table that they were standing at. The table moved around the room, and it looked like white paper. And it had cutouts, and they were banging on the cutouts like drums and laughing and giggling, and they were very happy. That's my dream.
Okay, so take me back to the part of the dream where you talk about the baby
wait, I didn't
boy.
Finish.
Okay.
I didn't finish. I just turned the
Okay.
page. So I was feeling really happy for the little boy because he seemed so happy. But the parents were in another part of the room. They were sitting at a table and eating. And Debbie and I and the cousin were walking with the children, enjoying them, helping them, especially the little boy we were enjoying who was so full of joy. He reminded me of my grandson as a toddler. And I went to tell him how good he was, and he was so happy, and I cut out some more paper to make the floating table better. And some minutes table told me to get out of the way. They were filming it on TV. They were sitting at a white folding table with a lot of wires and machines, and then I woke up.
Okay. Take me back to the early part of the dream where you tell me about the baby boy being sold.
Okay.
Tell me that part over again.
I was discussing it with some other people because one of the men had a baby boy that he said he couldn't keep.
Okay. So the baby boy that couldn't be kept is the part of you that feels like your male energy as a child was compromised and not understood and not supported within your family structure. Talking about the male energy of you as a young child, okay?
Right, yes.
Okay.
Which I had a lot of.
Right, you did. And you still do. You have really, really good. But then the dream goes on and it talks about the bank. And the bank is not the bank is the bank of energy. It is your own energy. Okay? So when you talk about the bank, tell me that part of the dream over again, please.
I remember that his cousin, the lady, she had to go to an out-of-state bank.
Okay. So out-of-state is another state of consciousness. Had to go out of state is the way of your subconscious telling you have to go into another state to access the bank of energy that sits in reserve.
Right.
Okay. So now go on that part of the dream. Go on to that part again, because it's quite a specific dream that tells you how you can access this energy and this information in order to make the change that you want, in order to leave a legacy of what your real energy is really about. That's what the story is about. The story is about,